That's right guys, we're back once again with another full game completion. Join me as we attempt to get every achievement in Call of Duty Vanguard. This is the first video in what I've decided to call Series Specialist, a series where I attempt to get every achievement in every game from some of my favourite franchises. I stopped getting the Call of Duty games on release a number of years ago, but I've been mopping up some of the older games recently and I've officially caught the bug again. Because I stopped buying the games for so long, I have 6 Call of Duty games I've never even played and a bunch more that I've started but not yet finished. Needless to say, I definitely have a lot of work to do. I ordered a bunch of the games I've never played a few weeks ago and the grind is now on. So without further ado, let's get achievement hunting. Now, I ordered this game assuming it would be your standard Call of Duty achievement list, 15 to 20 hours for the veteran campaign plus a few miscellaneous. Little did I know the estimates were 40 to 50 hours, and upon further research I noticed that there's some zombies achievements and a dreaded achievement for reaching level 55 in multiplayer. Researching a bit further, I heard that potentially your Warzone levels would carry over into this game. Unfortunately, during the dreaded lockdowns of 2020, I played a bunch of Warzone. We're talking like 30 days of playtime. I loaded up the game in the hopes of lucking out and saving myself a ton of potential grinding and playtime online. I played the beta for this years ago and it sucked, so I'm hoping Warzone will jump me straight to the max level and get me my achievement. I hope. Oh, I've just loaded up the game. Oh. Thank you very much, Warzone. Needless to say, I was relieved. Having just skipped 10 plus hours of online struggles, it was time to get to work. First step on my list was to tackle the zombies achievements. While most of these achievements were pretty simple, 2 would require a bit of grinding. One was for getting 2,500 kills with a fully pack-a-punch weapon, and another was for getting 10,000 total zombies kills. In my infinite wisdom, I didn't realise I was recording with a bitrate of 2,500, so it literally looks like I'm playing on a potato in these zombies clips. So in the background, you will see the various achievements popping, and about 10 hours of grinding later, step 1 was done. I won't put you through the pain of that awful video quality. Unsurprisingly, our final 2 zombies achievements were the 2,500 pack-a-punch kills and the 10,000 total kills respectively. We mainly played Shin and Yuma for that World at War nostalgia, before finding a good spot to grind my final batch of kills. With zombies done, it was time to move on to the campaign.
Oh my god, I'm done, fuck this, kill me. So that zombie's done, I still need to level up my operator, but other than that, it is just the campaign.
Now, naturally I chose veteran difficulty off the bat. Each campaign mission has 2 mission specific achievements and I'll be trying to get those during my initial playthrough. Anything I miss I'll then go back and obtain afterwards on a lower difficulty. Now, my campaign playthrough didn't get off to the strongest of starts, I'll be completely honest.
This says 7 hours for a veteran playthrough. Let's see. Good start.
And literally 2 minutes later, things just went from bad to worse.
I mean, what the
In fact, the first level went so poorly that we missed both of the level specific achievements, and the only achievement we actually got was for killing ourselves. Not great.
Does 35 gamer score for that F. Die by your own grenade's explosion.
Moving on to the second level, and things finally start to improve for us. Early on in the level we get a miscellaneous achievement for marking 15 enemies. You play as 4 different characters throughout this campaign, with each character having their own unique ability and also an achievement tied to it.
Shot cooler. Give 15 different commands as Arthur.
Shortly afterwards we finally managed to get a level specific achievement. Whilst pushing towards this bunker, we're required to throw a smoke grenade out into the field. This will allow our teammates to cross safely and get us an achievement.
Oh, there we go. Only you can prevent friendly casualties. So you got to smoke and then start the attack afterwards. And then kill yourself.
After entering the bunker, the next achievement tasks us with protecting our teammate Evans. Despite reading the guide and knowing exactly when to expect the enemies, one of them still managed to give me the fright of my life.
Get the bloody life out of me, Jesus Christ.
And whilst our heart rate tries to return to normal, we get a bit distracted and fail the achievement anyway. We reload our checkpoint and on our second attempt we're a bit more prepared and we get our achievement.
There we go. Actions speak louder than words. It's for protecting this fine gentleman down here, wherever he's gone.
On to mission 3 and we're now playing as Paulina. Early on in the level, her hometown is attacked and she needs to try and get back home to her family. Lena appears in the stealthy sniping levels of this game and naturally she's without a doubt my absolute favourite character because of this.
Oh dear.
We end up earning an absolute bunch of achievements in this level on top of the mission specific ones. First off, for tack sprinting through 5 walls, we earn the achievement
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, achievement unlocked. Tack sprint through 5 walls.
We reload this checkpoint a few more times, and shortly afterwards we get another achievement.
Oh, I got that as well. Sweet. That's what I was trying to farm. It literally took like a minute. So munition magpie, so scavenge ammo from 15 enemy corpses within 3 seconds of killing them.
Minutes later we get our third miscellaneous achievement of the level. As I mentioned, Polina is a stealthy character, and she can utilise crawl spaces which she uses as hiding spots in the level. After finding another good checkpoint, a few reloads later I get another achievement for killing 15 enemies immediately after exiting from a crawl space.
Goes the next one, pop goes a Nightingale.
Upon reaching the end of this mission, we can finally get both of our level specific achievements. These were super easy, with one requiring you to hit a half track with a Molotov, while the other requires you to protect the partisans without missing a shot. As always, you can just reload the checkpoints if you mess up, so this was super simple to do.
Try not to miss a shot. Oh, there we go. Legend in the making. Protect the partisans without missing a shot.
Whilst we attempt to make our getaway, we run over our 15th unique weapon, so we pick it up and kill an enemy with it. This pops the Gotta Try Them All achievement, which is for killing enemies with 15 different weapons.
That's what I wanted. Gotta try them all. Get a kill with 15 different weapons.
Mission 4 is next, and this is the notorious Battle of Midway. I'm just going to skip this for now because...
Nope.
Moving swiftly on to mission 5, and would you believe it, we're already roughly halfway through the campaign. We start this mission shot down in the middle of the jungle with enemies all around, which is never particularly ideal. After sneaking past the nearby enemies undetected and reaching our teammate, our next achievement pops.
There we go, that's one of them, survivalist. So that's against Mateo without firing of bullets. Really nice and easy.
We're playing as Wade in this mission, and he has probably the most broken ability of the lot. When activated, you enter slow-mo and all nearby enemies are highlighted in a nice yellow glow. After killing 15 enemies at a suitable checkpoint, we're gifted another achievement.
Achievements. Oh. There we go, so that's heightened senses.
We encounter an open field which seems a bit too quiet for comfort. After being pinned in by our teammates and unable to move, we're left no option but to watch as one of our friendlies gets sniped and killed. More fueled by the prospect of an achievement than a need to avenge our fallen ally, we activate focus mode and pop the sniper out of his perch. Well, on our second attempt we do anyway.
Your boy's dead. Untouchable. Avoid getting hit by a sniper. I got hit 4 times, but we'll ignore it.
Moving on to the mission Lady Nightingale, we're playing as Polina again, and this level has one of 2 notoriously difficult achievements. Before getting to that part, right at the start of the level we take out 5 snipers without getting hit, popping as an achievement.
Oh. Well, there we go. Got my achievement and died straight afterwards. Kill 5 snipers without getting hits.
We eventually reach a section where, big spoiler alert, our brother is dying and we're forced to escape into a department store. Enemies flood in and begin trying to hunt us down. Our objective for the achievement is to take down every single enemy in this section using only takedowns. Now, it goes without saying that even attempting this on veteran isn't a particularly great idea. Enemies kill you extremely quickly on this difficulty, and as takedowns are only available at close quarters, you leave yourself open to being shot and killed. On top of that, takedowns aren't like traditional melee hits. They lock you into an animation and you are stuck in it until the kill finishes. On top of that, once again, if you somehow miss an enemy at any point, your achievement just won't unlock. There were also reports before I attempted this that if enemies kill themselves or any of their friendlies with any of the grenades that they throw at you, that will also void the achievement. Not deterred by any of the aforementioned red flags, I decided to soldier on because I'm just that stupid. Now, I somehow alerted the enemies almost instantly on this bottom floor, so I really didn't get off to the best of starts. This meant every enemy was alert, and it seems in this section they know exactly where you are at all times. The issue with the bottom floor of this building is there are so few hiding spots, and I really thought I was going to have to restart almost instantly. With a bit of luck and perseverance though, we actually clear it quite quickly and move up to the next floor. This next floor is where things really started to get dicey. It began fine, there weren't too many enemies, and I was taking them out like I was Sam Fisher 2.0. I was starting to get on a bit of a high here, and I was wondering why there were so many complaints about this achievement. Now, partway through this floor, the game really ramps up just how many enemies it throws at you, and you also start having to deal with Jaeger mortars at spawn. These are heavily armoured enemies, and whilst they still die in one hit from an execution, they have much stronger enemies and they wipe you out nearly instantly. On top of this, they can also stun you and throw down grenades, so they really are a massive pain in the bum. This is the part where I slowly start descending into insanity. Grenades are going off left, right and centre, and I'm certain that the achievement is probably already voided. I don't want to give up though, and I don't want to restart, so I just continue on. Enemies are charging at me non-stop, and the execution hitboxes are super finicky, meaning sometimes they just don't work and you die for no reason. I end up finding a really good spot in one particular crawl space. The enemies know you're there and they never manage to actually get a grenade in there though, and also although they stand looking at you, they can't shoot you. Now whilst this sounds great, the fact is you're on veteran difficulty, stuck in a hole with enemies stood at both exits. If you're clever enough with your manoeuvring and you head all the way to one side of the crawl space, you'll drag them over to that exit, you can then move to the opposite side and the enemies will start funneling back round. If you're quick enough, you can pop out and kill an enemy, move back into your hiding spot and be safe. It's a long, slow process, but with some good timing and a bit of luck, you can eventually whistle the numbers down. We finally reach a point where there's an eerie silence and we slowly emerge from our hiding spot. It seems the enemies are finally all dead and we just have to take out one final sniper. Upon trying to climb up to him, we actually glitch through the floor here. I quickly restart the checkpoint in a panic because I don't want to get a new checkpoint where I'm stuck. We creep up on the sniper and kill him, and to my amazement, the achievement actually pops first attempt.
Oh my god. I just got that on veteran difficulty, first attempt. My god. My recording's an hour and a half so far. Get in.
So, spoiler alert, we finish off one of the main baddies in the game and push him off this balcony. He falls to his death and the level is done, and we are finally feeling like we're quite close to the completion.
The infamous Lady Nightingale brought Stalingrad back from the brink.
On to mission 7, we're first tasked with getting through the desert without being detected. For some reason, it seems our teammates are invisible, maybe?
Okay. Wish that worked for me.
Now in reality, this achievement is super easy as of most of them in this game, and within about 5 or 10 minutes we were through that section and the achievement popped.
Oh. Pied Piper? So I think that's big. Yeah, getting through that section without being detected.
Upon reaching the final section of the level, we're tasked with taking down this enemy plane. There is an achievement tied to this which requires you to take it down using either a pistol, grenade or an RPG. Unfortunately, this game is set in World War II, so despite the multiplayer having literal lasers in it...
The campaign, because it's World War II... No! It's World War II, I couldn't have a tracking rocket, I had to struggle with a normal rocket for about half an hour. But in the multiplayer, there's blooming laser beams.
To make matters worse, I got rid of my pistol at the start of the level. Everyone recommends using it as it's way easier, but you can't get it back, so I had to settle for my rocket. This achievement ended up being way harder than it should have been because I am pretty useless. I popped Lucas's ability achievement along the way for getting 3 kills with 4 different types of lethal equipment, before finally hitting the plane and ending my struggle. I won't show all the clips of it because I literally went on for half an hour just missing rockets, but it was pretty painful, I won't lie.
I've been trying. Oh my god, I hit it! That's definitely not a knife achievement unlocked, finally. That took me a bloody long time because I got rid of my flipping pistol.
On to the penultimate mission, and we instantly get a level specific achievement for being run over by a tank. That's right, one level requires you to struggle with meleeing enemies for over an hour, then another rewards you for killing yourself. We get a miscellaneous achievement here for throwing back 15 enemy grenades before outslaying our teammate in the final battle of the mission for another achievement. Another super easy set of achievements, and the final mission is finally upon us.
Hey, she'll be right, mates. So I got twice as many kills as this gentleman. Very nice.
Now, this final mission is actually quite cool, as you keep switching between the different playable characters at different points in the level. We need to play this level carefully, as one achievement is for finishing the level without having any instances of friendly fire. We pick up an achievement along the way for using leadership to take down a Jaeger mortar, before having a little bit of a senior moment while playing as Polina. I was happily sat up in this building sniping at enemies for literally 15 minutes, wondering why the devs had put so many enemies into the game. I eventually realised that actually they were spawning infinitely because I hadn't completed the bloody objective.
Oh my god, the fucking MG. Oh my god. I'm just in the wrong spot to see it. I've been killing for like 10 minutes.
Upon reaching the final cutscene, we get our achievement for completing the level without friendly fire, and both our campaign completion and difficulty related achievements also pop.
Phoenix extinguished. Beat Vanguard on any difficulty. Well, there it is. That one had me a bit worried that it didn't pop up first. So that's for doing the campaign on Veteran. Very nice. Good campaign. Did enjoy it.
We sit through the credits for one more achievement, and we've just got a tiny bit of mop up to do before we're finally done.
There we go. That's for watching the credits to completion. Thankfully, you can speed up with RT. So I've just got a few miscellaneous achievements, a few mission ones, and one online one. We're almost there.
Loading back into the first level, we got our 2 mission specific achievements. One is for shooting a driver out of a vehicle, and the other is for getting 15 kills whilst on the roof of trains. We also get the final properly miscellaneous one, which is for getting 15 blind fire kills. At this point in time, all we've got left is that blooming nightmare flying level that I skipped past earlier.
Okay, let's go.
Now, I know it's easy to complain about games when things aren't going your way, but this first achievement is truly ridiculous. I know multiple people who have ended up with this as their final achievement in the entire game, and after 40 hours of grinding for everything else, they've given up because this one achievement is just that bad. Early on in this level, you're tasked with bombing the first enemy carrier ship. If you manage to bomb the ship without getting hit, you're awarded with 15 of the most painful gamer score in Call of Duty history. The issue with this section is that you have a tiny space to maneuver. There are invisible barriers around you, and if you hit into them, you take damage, which, whilst it doesn't void the achievement, it knocks you randomly back towards the centre of the area. This means you either end up dying because you spend too much time hitting the edges of the zone, or the zone knocks you straight back into enemy fire.
It's the worst fucking achievement, man. I think the most infuriating thing is, not a single dev on this game tested this. Not a single one of them earned this achievement.
The next problem is that this achievement is quite delayed, but in trying to wait for it to pop, there's every chance you'll hit a checkpoint and have to restart. I took over 30 minutes trying this on my veteran run, at which point I accidentally had this happen to me and hit a checkpoint. I didn't feel like restarting at the time, and during my casual run I was going for this for way over an hour as well. You can see from my webcam the various stages of pain and suffering I'm going through, as I question whether making this video is worth this level of frustration. Now, I'm a very calm gamer, but I'd be lying if I said this wasn't starting to get to me.
Oh, no.
Now, it was around this point that I think my controller sensed it was at risk of being launched across the room.
Hey, knock it off! There's a kid back there!
I'm in danger.
And finally, the gamer gods blessed us and we got our bloomin' achievement.
I pray, I pray, I pray. Oh my god, I flipping hate this game after that, my god. Hour, 2 hours?
After all that pain, we did have another plane related achievement, but it was much easier, especially on the lowest difficulty, so we popped that and we did actually have one achievement left in this game.
This flying mission is so awful. One achievement to go, online one, almost there.
So one thing I didn't realise until I was nearly done with the zombies grind is there's an operator achievement. Operators are your playable characters and they hold their own ranks in this game. If I'd realised and used one from the start, I would have got most of the levels I needed, but sadly I didn't. Because of this, I chose to play a few multiplayer games between each of the campaign missions I did. This just made sure I made some constant progress, and it also broke up any monotony I might have had during the game itself. Before showing the final achievement and ending the video, I'll do a quick summary of the game. Achievement difficulty is probably a 3 out of 10. It may be the easiest COD veteran campaign I've ever played. Obviously some of the mission achievements are atrocious, but they're luck based and it isn't a difficulty thing. Time estimate is probably 40 hours unless you have prior multiplayer experience. I ended up clocking in around 24 hours for the completion, but that's because of the Warzone stats carrying over. In terms of enjoyability, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. The campaign is really great, the zombies is quite bland but there's nothing really wrong with it, and the multiplayer was actually quite fun. With all of that said, thanks for watching guys. I'll leave you with a very relieved Alex obtaining his final achievement, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Oh my god, is that it? Oh my god, it's done. Ow, ow, ow. Leave it, leave it, leave it. Top of the mountain unlocked. Which is all the achievements. Done. So online, I played 4 hours. I feel like I played a bit more because I loaded up the game with nearly an hour and I feel like I played more than 3 hours. That's it done. That is a completion. Really fun campaign. Zombies was mediocre, not as good as a lot of the COD zombies. Multiplayer was alright for a bit. A few super frustrating achievements that really kind of ruined it, but it's done. Not too bad. And it took 24 hours 5 minutes. Not bad. All done. On to a better one, please.